Leonidas drops the stun and drops the full ult. Oh my goodness, look at the health bars. It's a quad kill.
Should find the kill. Lunara will clean up that fight. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It is going to be Soul Shield. You gotta be kidding me.
And Raw to take the 3v1, gets one, looking for the second. Crispy is popping off.
Looks like that Blizzard may connect with 4 people.
Lady Ronin! Oh my goodness, what a chat!
That was really good.
Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming series. I'm back, it's been a week. I am the Crushinator, and tonight we've got NGS Division B East. It's House of Chez versus Cho'Gall's Angels. Right now we've got 9 in the lobby. We're just waiting for one more to break on through that game data mismatch issue. So once we get that player in here, we'll be able to get started. But hopefully you're all having an excellent evening. I've been on vacation for the last week. Had some excellent time down in the Florida sun. I don't know if you can see it, the lights are very bright, but I burned myself as a good man should down there, and hopefully I got a little bit of a tan out of it. We'll see how that settles out, but I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back getting some casts in. There's going to be a lot of casting this week. I've got Nexus Division tomorrow. I've got Storm Division on Wednesday, and then I believe I'm going to be playing for Baby on Board on Thursday and possibly Friday. We're still seeing on that one. Cozy Fox, thank you very much for the follow. I see you in lobby here. Good to have you. Good to have you. And yeah, and then it's Heroes Rise Contender Series. We're coming back with that this weekend. So look for me 5 p.m. Eastern, Saturday and Sunday. I don't know if I'm going to be live on this channel both days. There's more info on that to come. But I'll be doing something related to that this weekend. It's going to be awesome. Cozy Fox, thank you so much for the 100 bits. I appreciate it very much. While we've got a moment where we're waiting for our 10th, let's go over to Map Select. Let's go over to Map Select. Let you know about the state of this series. House of Chez, banning away Sky Temple and Infernal Shrines. Cho'Gall's Angels have removed Cursed Hollow and Volskaya Foundry, and we're going to be starting things off on Battlefield of Eternity today, as chosen by House of Chez. Cho'Gall's Angels won the coin toss and opted for first pick. Hopefully very close to our next game starting. But we can just only wait. We can wait. Let's bring it back to me. How you doing, Fell Gamer? Welcome, welcome. As we jump into draft number 1 here, Battlefield of Eternity. When I mentioned the bans can tend to get a little bit targeted, we're also settling into the most recent patch. It's been a number of weeks now. We'll see whether, you know, those Johanna Rhaegar's still near the top of the ban list, but at this point in competitive, you tend to see more targeted bans towards teams than sort of general Storm League bans. Li Ming, kind of a little bit of both. It is Battlefield of Eternity. Li Ming's a great hero for this map in particular. I don't think I've set up a lot of custom commands on stream elements that are, at least that are active right now. Usually you do it for like co-caster or who's got the main cast, things like that. But you can see what's over there. Might be some general stream element stuff. Couple of healers banned away here. Brightwing and Rhaegar removed. Rhaegar removed from the first pick position. We have been seeing, you know, a little bit of stirring on Twitter, a little bit of stirring in the Discords, that Rhaegar may not be the powerhouse anymore. But some teams just don't want to see it. They're not interested. Johanna going to be banned away as well by House of Chez. I'm going to try this name. Asanta Croce. Asanta Croce. Thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're enjoying the show. Cozy Fox going to start us off with a Stukov ban, or a Stukov pick here for Cho'Gall's Angels. Stukov's still a terror. That puddle, though nerfed in a couple of places up in the talent tree, still doing very, very well. Responding with a healer of their own, House of Chez going for the Deckard. Caribou locking that in, and Peels on Peels is showing the Blaze here. We'll have to see if that's an offlane or a tank Blaze. Could be either. Could be a little switcheroo. Cho'Gall's Angels, they're going to get an early Garrosh in. Charlemagne locking in that tank. And Smort Killer going for the Greymane. So a nice little triad on the side of Cho'Gall's Angels right now. And I like the flexibility that House of Chez is showing at this point. They got their healer early, so they don't get locked out too much. Blaze is just a generally strong hero. They could go a lot of different directions with this comp. I think that's great. Add points. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Deathwing going to be banned here by House of Chez. I believe that is a Traxx target. Cho'Gall's Angel's going to take away the Lunara. Lunara can do a little bit of good chip damage into Garrosh. That slow is definitely a problem. And pretty good race here on Battlefield of Eternity as well, so I like that mid-ban there. Ooh, Flash bringing the Zul'Jin, and the dude going for Orphea here. A couple of backliners we don't get to see an awful lot of here from House of Chez. Could be some comforts here, but I'm excited to see these two in play. Well, I don't get to cast these very much, so I appreciate the opportunity to see these two heroes hit the battlefield. Cho'Gall's Angel's going to look to round out their comp here. They need an off lane, they need a flex. What's it going to be for these last two spots? Traxx bringing the Sonya, and Frank is going for the Jaina. If Garrosh gets a hold of anyone between Greymane and Jaina, they're not going to last too long, but Cho'Gall's Angels, they've got a pretty short-range composition right now. They could, just snowball forward into this House of Chez squad, but could be a little bit of trouble into the Deckard Blaze. Very good at controlling sort of medium-sized areas between the area of effect stun and the big triangle root. Mariners in the last spot is going for the ETC, so it's looking like, I guess you could have ETC off lane. Probably more likely we're going to see the ETC main tank and the Blaze off lane here from Peels on Peels. Interesting setup indeed. All right. Well, I think this is going to be a lot about initiation in these fights. Who's going to get the drop? Who's going to get the positioning to get the fight that they want? Alrighty, getting ready to go into game number 1 here. Taking one last look at the comps. House of Chez, I think if they can get set up in a certain spot, Zul'Jin and Orphea are going to feel very safe with Deckard and Blaze and ETC guarding them. But if Cho'Gall's Angels can get the drop on them, this team can move forward very, very quickly and get kills very quickly as well. And it's hard for Deckard to reach out for those saves. So keeping an eye on Garrosh, I think, is going to be the key to this particular matchup. Oh, that's right. I do need to get the bets out. Frig. How do I... No. Oh, goodness. Okay, we're going to try to do this real fast. Predictions. Start prediction. Who will win this game? House of Chez or CGA, since I can't fit their whole name. Predictions. Boom. Did it work? Awesome. And we got back in. Let's go into the game. Thank you very much for the reminder. The bets are out. Let's get into it here. On the left in the blue, we have House of Chez. Flash is on Zul'Jin. The Dude on Orphea. Mariners is on the ETC. We got Peels on Blaze. And Caribou is on the Deckard. On the right in the red, it is Cho'Gall's Angel. Charlemagne on the Greymane. Cozy Fox on Stukov. Smort Killer playing Garrosh. Frank is on the Jaina. We've got Traxx playing the Sonya. Teams are getting friendly here in the early seconds of the game. Bets are open. Bets are open. Thank you very much for the reminder. I would have totally missed that. But it looks like we're going to have a classic split here. Blaze actually in the bottom lane right now, so it looks like ETC is actually going to head up to the top side to try to deal with Sonya here. Interesting indeed. Could be a little bit of an adjustment into this Garrosh, who is definitely a possible ETC killer here in the opening minutes. We'll see if that remains the case for the entire game here. Smart Killer getting the throw onto Flash. Flash going to try to get behind. There's a nice silent zone, but a great turnaround from House of Chez is going to hit Smart Killer low. Charlemagne trying to, oh no, gets caught on some terrain, tries to roll away. There's the Into the Fray. And Smart Killer gets Charlemagne back to safety. And there's great back and forth, and great responses from both teams to these engages. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of fireworks to start. And wow, Jaina getting a ton of damage with that Blizzard into the mix. Charlemagne going in, trying to get the work onto Flash, and there it is. Popping the booger there is Stukov to get the first kill of the game onto Zul'jin. So that allows them to get a little bit of pressure. Oh, peels on peels. Looking for a stun there, but using the time while Zul'jin is making their way back to lane. Cho'Gall's Angels is going to go for this bottom camp. That's generally your prize. You get an early kill, you get the bottom camp, but this could be trouble for Smork Killer. Charlemagne rolls up to try to peel away some of that damage. Garrosh, that early armor, you feel like you've got that kill and you end up just kinda not. It's tough. It's tough to kill a Garrosh. Blaze gonna head on back here. Smork Killer finds the stun. Smork Killer and Garrosh did go for the unrivaled strength on level 1 to get the extra throw range, so not gonna be looking for those stacks. Instead, just trying to get as much distance between the kill target and anyone who could save them as possible. Checking in on our Zul'jin stacks, currently 3 out of 30. As we are now approaching the time to go do camps. We see Traxic on the top side. See if Mariners can actually contest this. Traxic is going to move away. Interesting. I thought Sonya would just go for the bully play. Looks like Zul'jin is coming up here to try to help. Smork Killer in the area as well. A big rotation from House of Chez. Now Smork Killer moves on to the point. Oh, the whole team is here. Trax is going to have to try to move away. Big stun comes on out. Smork Killer has the into the fray, though. Cho'Gall's Angel's going to turn it around. Great job by Frank and Cozy Fox. Almost getting the kill onto Flash there. Wow, rudder rotation on the top side. House of Chez ends up picking up that camp. The teams will stay here in top lane for a second. Looks like Traxix and Charlemagne are here on the race. For Cho'Gall's Angels, though, but on the top side, House of Chez was able to just move on down from top lane. It looks like Cho'Gall's Angels still a pretty significant lead, about 4,000 health ahead. See if House of Chez wants to move across the map here. Nope, it looks like they're just going to stick to their Immortals. This should definitely go over to Cho'Gall's Angels here, but we'll see how much shielding can be peeled away by House of Chez here. Wow. Losing a little bit of ground there, almost 7,000 health on this first objective for the side of Cho'Gall's Angels. House of Chez able to pick up their Shaman camp since they committed to top lane earlier. It wasn't pushing during the objective, though. The objective didn't last very terribly long. So imagine not a lot of value would have been had either way. 4v4 up here in the top lane with the objective. ETC going to be dueling it out with Sonya in the bottom lane. With this splitting ETC, I'm wondering if we're going to see a stage dive come on out here, or whether it's going to still be the mosh pit. I mean, you're talking about being able to join from the off lane, which is very effective as a global, but also the threat of a mosh pit is pretty good too. The threat of a mosh pit is pretty good. Objective is being taken down here, but not before taking the fort down to half health. Pretty effective for our first objective of the game here. Sometimes you only get, you might not even get the entire wall when you start things off, but Cho'Gall's Angel's doing a great job getting the most out of that first objective. Checking in on our bottom lane matchup. Mariners and Traxix, pretty passive to start things off, wanting to threaten a rotation here. Traxix staying off of vision, as now House of Chez is looking to, looks like Orphea going to come on down here. Possibly a cheeky play, but now 3 have to come up as Cho'Gall's Angels are just going to try to commit to this fort. Smork Killer moving on forward, trying to find a throw, but is starting to take fire from this fort. ETC and Orphea still in the bottom lane here, will claim that camp. The 4v3 not enough to put pressure onto this fort, but if they stick around long enough, they might be able to get it. Smork Killer is discovered. Flash still mounted, is going to be able to move away from Garrosh. Orphea is now coming up to the top side to help the defenders of House of Chez. Smork Killer spotted on the low side here, looking for any kind of angle to move in and get an engage. Both teams pretty even on the experience here if we take a look at that. House of Chez only very slightly ahead here, as the extra hero kill is making up for the slight difference in mercenaries. Top camp is going to be claimed here by Cho'Gall's Angels. As neither team has their Shaman camp ready to go just yet. The back camp for Cho'Gall's Angels, still 38 seconds left on it. So this Khazra camp will have to do in terms of split lane pressure. Smart Killer wants Caribou here, thrown over the top. There's a follow-up stun from Peels on Peels. Cho'Gall's Angels couldn't get in range here as Mariner's now coming up with the slide. Smart Killer a little bit low, pops the Unstoppable to get away from the Immortal stun. Frank taking a little bit of a hit there from the dude, and it looks like we are in defensive positions for the meantime. Sonya going down to the bottom lane to get that soak. Flash on the top side, doing the same thing here. Both teams, good knowledge, good awareness of the macro here. They don't want to be behind in that race to level 10. House of Chez making the aggressive move here. Mariners wanted a slide onto Frank, but couldn't quite find it. Traxix in the bottom lane still just pushing onto that fort. Mariners looking to move up here as House of Chez sees they have the 5v4. Smart Killer a little bit low, but is going to be healed up by Cozy Fox. No one getting hit with that Immortal stun, just trying to move away as much as possible. Sonya getting some good work done in the bottom lane before coming up to join. Looks like Traxix actually going now to the top side, wanting to find the level 10 off that minion wave, and will do so. Smart Killer and crew are waiting. They have their level 10s. But there's a slide onto Sonya on the top side, right into the Immortal stun. This is trouble for Traxix. Leap is committed, but goes down before being able to escape. House of Chez, down level 10s, gets a pick here. It's still a little bit scary to move in, because they don't quite have their 10s, but they do manage to get the objective to halftime. The passive experience will push them over the limit to level 10. Checking on our ultimate abilities. House of Chez going for the Taz Dingo, Eternal Feast, Stay a While and Listen, Mosh Pit, and Blaze still thinking about options here. Cho'Gall's Angels, we've got the Leap, Warlord's Challenge, Flailing Swipe, Ring of Frost, and Cursed Bullet. Blaze still considering whether it's going to be the Bunker or the Combustion here for House of Chez. How you doing, Goon? Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having an excellent evening. We got a very shielded Immortal in the top lane here for House of Chez. Frank getting a little bit of early damage before moving behind the wall. As a reminder, ETC does not have that global. Smart Killer going to get the Indomitable to move out there, but now being turned onto. Eternal Feast and Stay a While and Listen are committed. Cozy Fox is low. Manages to get out of there and gets Smart Killer out with that Flailing Swipe. Peels on Peels still holding that heroic choice on Blaze. I want to see if it's going to be a combustion. You've got to feel like holding it means it'll be a combustion, as there it is. The connection is going to land on the Smart Killer. Zul'jin goes down on the backside, though. The dude wanting more on the low side, but it's going to be Zul'jin and Deckard going down. Blaze in trouble, is going to fall. What a turnaround from Cho'Gall's Angels, fighting past the Immortal. Traxix going to have to head on back and clear that away. It says the Immortal is now clearing away the keep wall. With those 3 kills, the top fort is no more. Bottom side camp is going to be worked on here by Mariners and the dude. Looks like top side camp will be cleaned up here by Frank. Smart Killer, they see that members are up here. They're going to move down to the bottom side. It was looking like they were looking for an invade, but bottom camp goes over to House of Chez. Jaina's still on the top side, will reveal by taking that camp. Cho'Gall's Angels will be ahead on the path to level 13. We'll see if they can make anything happen with that brief advantage that they're about to enjoy. If they enjoy it. House of Chez picking up this camp should help their experience. We see ETC on the top side, grabbing a couple of extra minions as well. Smart Killer, gonna look for someone here. Peels on Peels, turning it around. No one to throw and take down, but the team ready to go. Now they're looking at ETC. Mariners could be in trouble here. Going to try to move to the top side, but it was dismounted. Leap over the top is going to catch Mariners. Nice follow-up stun, and ETC is going to go down. Frank coming around the long way, just in case there. But on the bottom side, House of Chez getting a little bit of value, taking down the wall. Targeted is called by Mariners. They're going to see if they can get on out of here. Counts are happening. Caribou is out. The dude will not be discovered. Now the Immortals are spawning, so Shaman camp must be claimed. Let's see if ETC took... Oh, it's the speed medal. I was wondering if it was going to be the one that lets you go over the wall there, but no such luck. Such luck. First camp topside is going to be cleared away. The Shaman camp delayed effectively there by Cho'Gall's Angels, so if they can extend this objective, that Shaman camp might be able to get some value. Smart Killer on the low side. Oh, doesn't find Zul'jin. That was a perfect opportunity. But didn't see that Zul'jin was there until it was too late. Mariners on the backside wants a mosh, but there's a great throw from Smart Killer. Gonna put that on a 10-second cooldown. Charlemagne in some trouble, trying to move away. There's the mosh, but a great stun from Traxxix. Somehow Charlemagne survives. Peels on Peels wants the combustion hit, doesn't get it on the Greymane. Smart Killer is low, and it is ETC going down. Once again, Cho'Gall's Angels barely hanging on and getting the counter kill. We're going to see if they can push up the bottom lane here with their player advantage. Top lane is already being pushed in with this catapult and the Shaman camp. Flash, uh-oh. Ooh. Looking for more is Smart Killer. Flash is playing fast and loose there. Peels on Peels is thrown in. Curse Bullet is going to land. Blaze, with the movement speed, is able to get back to safety. Charlemagne goes right in there, but turns right around once again. Is that the On the Prowl? That is On the Prowl there. Frank is thrown out by Garrosh. Smart Killer in some trouble. Has the Indomitable, but doesn't have the health. Somehow lives again. Smart Killer getting away with murder here. Unbelievable stuff coming out from Cho'Gall's Angels, but there's the slide onto Traxxix, able to use the leap to escape. Holding House of Chez to 1 kill here. Zul'jin on the backside is putting a timer on this objective. Charlemagne trying to get in position to race. Smart Killer on the outside, wants Caribou. There's the throw into the back. Deckard in some trouble here. Has the self-potions. Ring of Frost is going to connect. Caribou trying to move away, but Traxxix has the spear, and Deckard Cain is going to go down. The combustion damage along with the Orphea puddles doing good work, but once again, Cho'Gall's Angels gonna survive here. On the backside, though, House of Chez. Zul'jin able to pick up that objective. So, it's going to move on down the bottom lane here. So, despite the kill, Cho'Gall's Angels, all they're going to be able to get is a pretty easy clear on this objective. No push power is going to be going in their favor. Flash, Mariners, the dude looking for an opportunity. Smart Killer on the backside here is going to look for a throw. Mariners does not connect. There's the throw. Is going to land, but there's the Tazdingo coming on out as well. There's the mosh pit. Can they finally get Smart Killer down? Garrosh is going to fall here. Peels on Peels wants a connection. Going to find the slow onto Cozy Fox, but no one in the area to follow up. House of Chez able to pick up that kill, seemingly short-handed, and now they get a little bit of damage onto this keep wall. Silence puddle from Cozy Fox, making it difficult to stand. Keep wall is going to go down here, but the objective will fall next. Mariners looking for a slide onto Cozy Fox, but not going to get it. So House of Chez, down on kills, but up on structures here. Getting a great push with this last objective. Peel on back and grab this bottom side camp. We'll see what the response is going to be from Cho'Gall's Angels. Looks like they're possibly moving up towards this top camp here. Mariners getting the lane pushed forward. Traxxix moving across. They might be able to find ETC again. But, oh no, here comes a big flank. Traxxix could be in trouble. Stun comes out from Peels on Peels. Traxxix is slowed. There is the counter Ring of Frost, but Sonya is going to be the first to go down here. Cho'Gall's Angels were looking for a flank, but got flanked themselves. Now House of Chez is looking to chase him down. Mariners wants to find Frank, not going to get the stun on the top side. Eternal Feast comes on out, but Cozy Fox does not get rooted inside the ult. Flash on Zul'jin, now enough stacks to have that double rotating axes. Peels on Peels thrown into the back. Big ult from Caribou is going to land onto 2, but the rest of House of Chez is just going to claim this camp and start to move on back. Mariners, ooh, nice double knockback there, interrupting the Garrosh engage. Now House of Chez are going to get some pressure here on the top side. They've got the Shaman camp already in there. They're going to have this Khazra camp pushing in. Flash is dealing with this back camp. I think Zul'jin gets this. Yeah, Zul'jin gets this. Portal is spawning. Top lane is going to be mostly cleared away of trouble here by Cho'Gall's Angels. But House of Chez is able to move across and start their damage onto this Immortal. Smart Killer waiting for an opportunity. Mariners was thinking about a slide onto Charlemagne there. So now Smart Killer wants a throw if possible. Mariners does have the mosh pit. ETC moving up very aggressively, trying to create space here for Flash. Zul'jin managing to get the objective to halftime. Peels on peels. Gonna turn it around with the jet propulsion. Smart Killer wanting to get a throw. Blaze not the perfect target to do so. Cho'Gall's Angels know they have to move across the map quickly. Smart Killer into the back. Mariners wants a slide on through, is going to escape. Traxix leaps in, is going to find a stun onto 2. Follow-up from Garrosh is there. Indomitable comes on out to get the double taunt, but Garrosh is going to be the first to go down in this fight. Peels on Peels going to get the combustion on the backside to finish off the Sonya. Charlemagne trying to trade out, but will go down here. It's a triple kill for House of Chez, and they're going to get what looks to be nearly, or possibly entirely, a full shield Immortal. In the meantime, though, the camp in the bottom lane taking out the remainder of that keep. Top lane is pushed in and taking out a majority of this wall. This could be the last keep down. This could be more here. House of Chez in a commanding position. Cho'Gall's Angels gonna have to come up with a pretty good defense here if they want to avoid a loss. Bottom lane is pressured in here. Frank trying to step up and get this lane cleared away. The 2 tanks on the bottom side are getting this pressure in, as now the Immortal with full shielding is going to be moving on to the core. Cho'Gall's Angels are going to have to come up with a miracle defense here if they want to hold on. Core shielding is already gone. Indomitable comes on out from Garrosh, wants to find a throw, throws one away here, but Smart Killer is getting hit hard. Traxix leaps in and Zul'jin is down. That's a big part of the battery gone. ETC is going to be next, but the Immortal looks like it's just too strong here. Shield's still standing, and the core will fall. House of Chez picks up our first victory. GG. Great job by House of Chez. They turned it around from the early game. Cho'Gall's Angels picking up those early kills, as a Garrosh comp is often known to do. But the late game definitely belonged to the blue team there. Very nicely done. Let's check those stats. Flash on the Zul'jin leading the way on the hero damage by the end there. 53,000 there for House of Chez. Charlemagne on the gray main there for Cho'Gall's Angels. Almost 51,000 coming on out. Good attempt, good attempt. Strong early game. Very, pretty strong mid game considering, but the late kills definitely stacking up there for House of Chez. Let's close out the prediction as we go to the talent screen. Update the score here, and we'll get ready for game number 2. Getting ready for game number 2. Good stuff. Alrighty. Hopefully that was fun. That was fun for me. I've seen House of Chez before. I'm not gonna lie. This is a lot of heroes they tend to play. They got very comfortable composition for them. The Zul'jin Orphea, ETC there for Mariners. They executed that comp really, really nicely. They didn't get flustered from those early picks. They kept the comp together and did what they wanted to do by the end and got the double lane push for victory. We don't have an next lobby just yet, so we're going to go to a short break. We come on back. It's going to be game number 2, House of Chez versus Cho'Gall's Angels. Sit tight. Alrighty, welcome back. We're setting up here for game number 2 between House of Chez and Cho'Gall's Angels. 1-0 so far for the blue side. And for game number 2, we're going to Braxis Holdout. We don't get to see Braxis all that much. Not a lot of teams like it. A lot of teams really like to ban it. But not today. Braxis Holdout will be coming at you for game number 2 here, as chosen by House of Chez. Let's not delay any longer. We're going right into the draft. Good stuff, good stuff. Our second 2-lane map of the day. See if there's a similar style coming out from either squad, if there's going to be some mid-match adjustments made. One can only hope. One can only hope. How you doing, Omega Molecule? I'm very proud of that. I carved out that transparency frame by frame many years ago. Glad it's getting some use. The Haka Flocka Flame. What a name. Love it. Welcome, welcome. We might get a Blaze again here. Starting off with the Stukov and the Johanna bands. Blaze is just great. Like, Blaze is kind of, for the last couple patches, flown under the radar a little bit. Like, a few patches ago, Blaze was, like, first ban. Like, in the early bans a lot of the time. It was like Blaze and Hogger, Blaze and Hogger. And other heroes kind of crested. There, you know, some funky patches came on out. But Blaze never really got worse. And now is just, like, a great hero. Brings so much impact from the offlane, is nearly ungankable. Has a great defensive ult in the bunker that is used very often. Has great control through crossfire and the oil spill. Cozy Fox going to pick up the Rhaegar here first for Cho'Gall's Angels. So banned by them from first ban last game, and now they're going to pick it up for themselves as Stukov was removed. Caribou going right back to the Deckard, so responding healer for healer here is House of Chez. Do we see a Blaze again? Peels on Peels going to go for the Mei this time. Less likely that that's a Mei off lane. Somewhat less likely that that's a Mei off lane, but Mei Deckard, very, very strong at controlling an area, which is something you got to do on Braxis. The early Alarak coming out from Frank, paired with Smort Killer now on the Hanzo. So Smort Killer switching things up here. Smort Killer actually ended up on Garrosh last time. I didn't end up switching the heroes in time. I thought everyone was cool. We'll see. I'm going to have to keep an eye on Cho'Gall's Angels to see who's playing what by the end here. But Alarak is one that we don't tend to see a lot, but Alarak is a very early game hero, and Braxis can be a very strong early game map. So Cho'Gall's Angels could be looking for a quick one here. Banning out the Ragnaros. Ragnaros is absolutely a game extender. So I think Cho'Gall's Angels, they're trying to gear up for a quick victory on Braxis if they can. The dude goes for the Li Ming. Trying to take advantage of all the roots and slows provided by the healer and the tank here for House of Chez. Flash. He's going to pick up Lunara this time. Lunara Li Ming, pretty good combination. You got the steady damage of Lunara and the burst damage of Li Ming. Strong pairing. Leaves Mariners in the last spot, going to be able to respond to the offlane pick of Cho'Gall's Angels here. I imagine Alarak is not going to be the offlane. Usually, Alarak is sort of the flex in the main group. Charlemagne going to pick up a Varian here. And Traxix is going to go for Artanis. I do like an Artanis here. The Varian is an interesting one. Because Cho'Gall's Angels, from their picks and bans, seem to be leaning towards early game kills, and no one is weaker early game than Varian. I mean, you don't get me wrong, once you hit level 4, this starts going very well. But I'm surprised Cho'Gall's Angels didn't want to pick up a tank that could get kills from level 1. Mariner's going to respond with an Arthas here. Okay, Arthas, slow down Artanis attack speed, makes sense. How's that physical armor? Interesting counter pick there, very cool. Keeping an eye here on Cho'Gall's Angels to see if they swap these picks. Looks like Charlemagne is sticking with the Varian this time. Cool, cool. Let's get that prediction started. I remembered this time. Alrighty. Cho'Gall's Angels with the Atlarak. It's a great follow-up for Varian Taunt. Keep him still for a second. Atlarak gets to mosey on up there, get the pull, get the silence. He got the Rhaegar Hanzo to follow that up. Arthas is a cool pick into Artanis, I will admit. That's a pretty cool pick. I'm interested to see whether there's going to be rotations up to that top lane, though. Maybe Lunara goes up there, starts messing with Artanis. Maybe Alarak goes up there and starts getting some hits in onto Arthas. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Let's go into the game and find out. Here we are. Let's do it. It's game number 2 on the left in the blue. We have House of Chez. Flash is on Lunara. The Dude on Li Ming. Peels on Peels is playing the Mei. Caribou on Deckard. And we've got Mariners on the Arthas. On the right in the red, we've got Cho'Gall's Angels. Frank on Alarak. Charlemagne on the Varian. Cozy Fox playing Rhaegar. Smort Killer on the Hanzo. And Traxxas is playing Artanis.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go. It's game number 2 underway here. Artanis going for Protector of Ire. Oh, how dare. Traxxas has fallen to the dark side of the stacks. Artanis goes for the stacks on level 1, as does Hanzo going for the stacks on the W. Varian going for the stacks on the Q. Only stacker on the side of House of Chez is the Arthas going for the Frost Presence. Interesting. I was wondering if it was going to be a Rhyme pick. Get that extra physical damage reduction at level 1, but no. Instead going for the extra roots. See how many stackaroos that ends up getting here for Arthas up in that top lane. Early pressure provided by the Li Ming. Difficult to stand in these areas. Offlaners having a little text exchange up there on the top side. Hope you got your bets in as we are getting into it here. No pull just yet. Right now, Cho'Gall's Angels got to find their level 4s. Then Charlemagne becomes a tank, and they can start going for these kills. Beacons are starting to activate, though. It's going to be very difficult here for Cho'Gall's Angels to try to move into the Mei and the Deckard. Very good zone control provided by those two. It's going to be interesting. Ooh, nice combo coming out onto Flash there. Great follow-up from Smort Killer as well, almost picking it up with that Stormbow. But yeah, Arthas versus Artanis. It's not one that I see an awful lot, so maybe if we find an opportunity, we'll go and check what's going on up there. Looks like Mariner's taking some hits here, but Traxxas a little bit low on mana. Thing Arthas never seems to be ailing for is that mana. As Cho'Gall's Angels is controlling the bottom side here, but there's that rotation. Lunara's coming up here to try to bully Artanis off the point. Traxxas goes in there, gets a quick swap to get the unstoppable and move away. But Traxxas is bullied out. Or looks like Frank on the Alarak is coming to even the odds here. Mariners is low. Oh, and Frank is here. There's the pull silence. Can Arthas get on out of this one? Swap comes on through. Mariners tries to get away here. Frank wants to catch up. Needs one more ability. No, doesn't get it. Telekinesis. There it is. Arthas goes down as first blood here. Mariners almost got away with that one. But Lunara had moved on down to the bottom side, and the flanker from Franker comes on in. Charlemagne gonna find the taunt there onto Mei. Peels on Peels. Has the icing, but kind of comes up short there. Cozy Fox with feet moves in. A lot of damage coming on out. One more auto, and that's gonna be it. Cho'Gall's Angels controls both points, but Lunara has moved up to the top side to try to aid Arthas. So only a few seconds of progress on this beacon. Well, on the bottom side, getting a little bit of damage in on this wall. Not exactly a great siege combo between Varian and Hanzo, but if Rhaegar gets on the wall, the siege isn't too bad here for Cho'Gall's Angels. Wow, Frank going way out ahead there. Looking to cut Flash off. Alarak, in a little bit of trouble, is going to move up once again, but Peels on Peels is there. No one there to follow up in the meantime. Charlemagne going to find a quick taunt there. Nice follow-up. Flash is low. One more auto, and that's going to do it. Lunara goes down. Smort Killer doing a great job of following up on these taunts. That's not always the easiest thing to do on Hanzo, but has been on point with those autos and those Stormbows. Dude now low is going to be taken down as Charlemagne is really pouring it on after that taunt came online. 4 kills to nothing here in the early going for Cho'Gall's Angels. Artanis trying to take back the top point here. Arthas stepping up to contest though. Mariner's a little bit low. Back swap from Traxxix, not able to get the full channel though. And now Flash is on the way. Traxxix is going to have to back away. Still only 32% here. Frank on the bottom side, seeing if anyone wants the globe, and then says, alright, I'll just take it. Classic Alarak. Ooh, the dude able to blink away before getting silenced there. Traxxix trying to step onto this bottom point, but Flash and Mariners gonna collapse on down. Rhaegar coming on back to join. Peels on Peels is going to get taunted. Push back just a little bit here. Nice pull. Silence comes on out. Can they get enough damage to stop the cryo freeze? No. Peels on Peels able to move away there and get those rubies right back to full health. Arthas and Artanis once again dueling for ages. Flash is down here on the bottom side. Traxxix able to push Mariners off the point. So even with that reduction in attack speed, Artanis can't kill Arthas very fast, but still favorable on that trade. Full silence lands onto Mei there. Charlemagne steps up, gonna find a taunt onto Lunara. Frank trying to get in range, but not gonna be able to be there for a Discord Strike follow-up. Smork dodging some bolts there from the dude. As the level 1 is completed by Varian. Level 1 is completed by Hanzo. Artanis going north of 100 stacks here before the 6-minute mark. And a lot of autos into Arthas on that top point. Continuing to battle it away. Arthas can't get through these shields, though. Or can he? There it is, procced again. Traxxix. Oh, Traxxix not going to commit here. Has to move back in and keep on autoing. Swapping once again here, and Artanis is going to end up going down. Arthas getting the better of the trade, and House of Chez is going to control both points and likely pick up our first objective. What's the build for Arthas right now? Icy Talons, that's going to help. Rune Tap, that's going to help. Yeah. So Arthas going with a little bit of a brawler build here to move to get a better trade into Artanis. Got the shield battery and the final cut here in the 1v1 brawler build of Artanis. But bottom lane pressure is going to come on through from this Zerg wave. Level 10 still a little bit away for both teams here, but we'll see what the wave clear is like on the side of Cho'Gall's Angels. As Varian is pushed back in, but manages to get away from the root combo. Caribou gonna get pulled in there by Frank, but Flash with some split damage on that splintered spear is gonna force Cho'Gall's Angels to start to move away. Still a pretty healthy Zerg wave here, as Alarak Hanzo not the best at clearing this away. And when there's some contest from the other team, Artanis on the flank is looking to help on out here. Traxxix meets the entire enemy team though, manages to get behind the wall. Did a good job of distracting House of Chez, though. The majority of the Zerg wave is now cleared away. The bottom wall is getting hit there. Taunt comes on out after the swap lands. Big stay a while and listen, though. Follow-up from Deckard is going to get Mei out of trouble. Ice Wall connects. There's the Syndragosa going to turn off the keep. Traxxix wanting to move away here. Mariners in some trouble is going to be pulled and silenced. House of Chez staying healthy behind these Guardians. A Smork Killer moves on out to try to get the clear. Has the natural agility to move away. Traxxix wants a swap once again. Mariners pulled in, but a great Blizzard from Mei is going to peel away for Arthas there. Tens did come on through for both sides. Cho'Gall's Angels have the Suppression Pulse, Ancestral Heal, Dragon Arrow, Shield Wall. Sorry, I had to clear my throat there. And Counter-Strike. House of Chez picking up the Leaping Strike, Wave of Force, Ice Wall, Syndragosa, and Stay a While and Listen. Both teams just getting their camps done, as good teams do after their first objective. You'll see some teams, it depends on the team composition. Some teams can get these done before or as the first objective is going. A lot of teams tend to brawl it out and then pick up their camps afterwards. Smart Killer going to see the rotation from the bottom side. Actually, 5v5 in the top lane right now. Big Taunt comes on out. Cryo Freeze is going to get peels on peels back to half. Ice Wall lands onto 3 there. His flash goes over the top onto Frank. Stay a while and listen lands onto 4, and Artanis is going to be the first to go down. May is able to move on back there. House of Chez picking up another kill, and they've got the Bruiser camp in the top lane to possibly push into this fort wall. Smart Killer knows that the natural agility is there, able to poke in from the edge. There is the Syndragosa once again, going in for more. There's a quick purge onto Frank. Alarak able to get away, but Charlemagne gonna take the brunt of that damage. Syndragosa still turning off the structures here as the wall is taken down. Traxix wants a swap, gonna get it onto Mariners. Arthas gets pulled and silenced. That Arthas health is just so high, it's difficult to get those kills. May Blizzard zoning out once again here as the fort taking minor damage. Cho'Gall's Angels getting the clear on the top side. Meanwhile, the Bruiser camp on the bottom side has just been pushing away happily here. House of Chez is finally going to get the opportunity to come on down here and clear this out as our beacons are activated. Super flank coming on through. I think they were spotted here. Ming was checking that that back entryway. Once again, 5v5 here on the bottom side. Mariners pulled in and silenced. Taunt comes on out as well, but there's the May Blizzard keeping everyone healthy. Dragon Arrow connects onto 2 as the Ice Wall lands onto 2 as well. Its ults flying everywhere. Arthas finishing up that quest. Frank is in some serious trouble here. Heals, but is not going to be enough. Alarak goes down. Charlemagne slowed. Is going to be purged there by Cozy Fox, but immediately slowed once again. Taunt comes out as Varian is trying to move away here. Has the shield wall, but Flash moving on in there with the leaping strike. Wants to get more. Great root from Arthas. The shield walls from Charlemagne. Oh, the root from Deckard is enough. Charlemagne somehow staying alive. The damage not able to follow up and get that kill there for House of Chez. They are going to try to get this objective. Artanis has been moving around the map here. Traxix in a little bit of a tough spot. Traxix, Secret Agent Traxix here on the left is going to be... I don't think Traxix was seen, but now is going to be discovered on this point. House of Chez does have the level advantage, does have the talent tier advantage. The Cho'Gall's Angels moving around, wanting to avoid a fight, but wanting to find their level 13 at the same time. Peels on Peels moves on to the top point. Artanis is going to have to go back and deal with the catapult that is now shelling into the keep. There is the Ice Wall onto 1. Follow-up Blizzard is there. Cozy Fox in trouble. Going to be stunned. Double Leaping Strike, and that is going to be it. Caribou wanted to find the stay a while and listen there, but everyone on Cho'Gall's Angels was going for the retreat. Beacon progress going over now to House of Chez as they are totally on the right side of the map here. Bottom lane is being pushed in. Mariners is keeping the bottom camp, or the bottom point capped. This is looking like it's going to be a pretty tough push here for Cho'Gall's Angels to defend, but we'll see what they can do. Artanis able to hearth back to base. Top lane is already being softened up here as the Zerg wave is now going to be on the way. Frank trying to clear out this bottom wave. Has to deal with this catapult before being able to come and join the team. Looks like Artanis is going to come on down to help that out. Mariners finding Smart Killer there on the edge. As Hanzo was trying to get a little bit of damage in, but Peels on Peels not going to let that happen. Traxix possibly looking for a swap over this little area here. Caribou moving up there. Deckard not going to get hit as the Syndragosa does go out. The keep wall is now down. Mariners taunted under range. There's the Ice Wall not going to connect. Frank with the counter strike going to be taken down there as the Dragon Arrow was not going to land for the peel. Keith is down here and still a very healthy Zerg wave pushing in for House of Chez. Cozy Fox getting low is able to get back into the base. Traxix is trying to get some damage in as Hanzo goes down. Rhaegar is next to fall. House of Chez is on the core here. Charlemagne trying to get back in, but Mariner's trying to body block. Varian is low and will fall. It's a quad kill here for House of Chez, and they march on through to this 2-0 victory. GG. Very nicely done, House of Chez. Another 2-lane map victory there. The Arthas Artanis matchup going pretty well there after those talents started to come online. And a great job by Mei in the bottom lane. Mei and Deckard making it very difficult for that Varian comp to find their target and get out safely. Let's head over to post-match. Taking a look at the damage here. Flash on the Lunara. 55,500 hero damage. Very nicely done there. On the side of Cho'Gall's Angels, it was Hanzo, top siege, top hero damage, nearly getting 51,000 there. The kills were coming on through early, but the map control was strong from the side of House of Chez. They picked up the objectives, and Cho'Gall's Angels just couldn't quite get the kills that they needed to punch on through. Still a great effort there from the red side. Very well done indeed. Let's get this prediction sorted out. Show you the talents while we update the scoreboard, and we're going to be looking for an interview here with House of Chez. Thank you very much, Osanta. Mariners wants 10 squats. 10 squats? Yeah, we could do 10 squats. We've got some time. We got some time. Let's do 10 squats.
Take it in 2 counts. Ready, go, and 1. Other side. To the front. And back. Again, and 1. Change. To the front. Back. Ready for legs touches.
There you go, 10 squats. All right, let's see if we can get an interview. Yes, lobby 2. Let's head on over there. Let's see who we can get. Let's keep an eye out here. Alrighty, I am joined by Flash from House of Chez. Congratulations on the victory.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Very nicely done today. Let's start on Battlefield of Eternity. Probably the closer of the 2 maps there. It looked like the early game a little bit shaky there. Do you feel like there was, something in the draft that you were able to turn it on in the late game?
We really just had to get our feet placed on the ground, and we were actually just talking about it right before I hopped in here. What set the tone was when we picked off that Sonya in the very early part of that game, where Sonya was coming down, Mariners hit a slide, slid her right into the Immortal Stun, and that sort of set the tone for the rest of that game, which was really nice.
Okay, yeah, it was an interesting pick setup there. Tell me about the arrangement with the Blaze and the ETC. Obviously, we usually see ETC more in a tank role, Blaze more in an offlane role. Was there sort of an on-the-fly decision there, or from the start you were knowing it was going to be Blaze main tank, ETC offlane?
I think ETC is a great offlaner and highly undervalued. And we got a lot of good use out of him. Mariners did a great job. And Peels is normally our tank, and he's very comfortable on Blaze. And Mariners is comfortable playing ETC, so we just decided to stick with them in their roles as offlaner and tank with those characters.
It was definitely a cool dynamic there, getting a ton of stuns out on that front line, like you said, and just finding those picks there. Tell me about sort of as the game went on, did you feel like Garrosh became more of a kill target at the later levels? Because it seemed like Garrosh was just getting away with barely a little bit of health there in the early game, but those kills really started to come on through in the later game.
That was the whole point of picking Zul'jin that game just to go straight up Q build and murder the Garrosh and the Sonya that were coming in on us. So if we had the front line to peel for myself and the dude, and Garrosh and Sonya could come in all they want, we're just going to light them up.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's level 16 where you get the no armor. Is that where the no mercy is? I'm trying to remember.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely. That's a pretty good anti-Garrosh talent.
Yeah, it was great. And then the dude was able to zone them with his Eternal Feast, and Caribou was able to zone them with triangles, and the rubies were like life-changing that game too. So that it all worked out really well.
Solid performance there in game number 1. Game number 2 going to Braxis Holdout, our second 2-lane map in the pool. Is that we don't get to see Braxis an awful lot. It tends to go unpicked. It tends to be banned quite a bit. Is that a mat that you've been able to get a lot of practice on, or get a lot of teams to be able to play you on?
I tell you, if you asked us 2 years ago, our map bans were like always Braxis Holdout. It was Braxis Holdout and Dragonshire, and now we're totally the opposite of what we used to be, which I guess is good in terms of progression as a team. But no, we've sort of found our groove on that map, and we like to play a lot.
Tell me about the early game plans into something like an Alarak. It's something that we don't get to see an awful lot of. Alarak, kind of often thought of as an early game powerhouse. Do you have to change your strategy at all into a hero like that on Braxis?
Yeah, just don't get taunted. that was terrifying. That was terrifying. No, they did a good job of sharking around and trying to land taunts. And I feel like we each got taunted once. And once they kept taunting Mei and Mei was able to survive, that meant their whole combo was down. So we had a good chance to go in. And until they landed a combo on anybody, it was just poke them down and hope they walk away.
It looked very good there in game number 2. Solid map control and a solid push to victory there. That gives you the 2-0 victory. Looking forward in the schedule there, are there any other teams in this division you're looking forward to face? Maybe any opponents from past seasons?
We're normally Division C people, so these are actually a lot of brand new teams for us. So hold on, I gotta even look at the list. We know Heavy Slaps, we play them on Thursday, and then we know Duratan's Couch, they're awesome. We played them already, but after that, it's a lot of new teams that we haven't played before, and it's exciting to play some new teams, and hopefully we get better and learn from them.
Awesome. Yeah, it's always cool to be joining a new division and see all the new people and meet some new folks. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to watch you. As looks like probably moving into maybe second or first place here. It looks like you were third coming into
sounds good to me.
The standings.
Hey, so, I like the sound of that.
Solid performance indeed.
Thanks a lot.
Congratulations on the win. Any shout outs you'd like to make before we close out?
As always, the whole team. House Chez, that is Caribou, the dude, Mariners, Peels, Chez, who did not play, Death of Icarus, who did not play, Death, who did not play. But everyone's awesome. These guys are great. Everyone did a great job tonight, and I'm looking forward to playing on Thursday.
Fantastic. Flash, thank you so much for joining me. And
thank you very much for casting. Appreciate your time.
Awesome. Have a good night.
You too.